6:05 is your time on this Monday. A school district out of New York is taking school safety to a whole nother level, but it's sparking some controversy. The Lockport City School District is launching a first of its kind facial recognition system. In our digital dive, we are asking our Sunrisers if you think schools should use facial recognition software. You can go to KARE11.com/vote now to chime in. Meanwhile, here's more on how this will all work. Now, the system's designed to detect faces of people who are not allowed in the schools, sex offenders, suspended students or staff, and others who are deemed a threat. The software can also detect guns. Now, there's a handful of schools all around the country that use facial recognition software, but this school district is putting cameras not only at the doorways, but throughout the entire school, except for inside of the classrooms. Some parents in this district, they're calling this an invasion of privacy and a big waste of money. Now, despite the concerns, the school superintendent says school safety is still the #1 priority, saying, quote, "Much of our dismay, school shootings continue to occur in our country. In many cases, these shootings involve students connected to the schools where these horrific incidents occur." So again, we want to know if you think schools should use facial recognition software. The majority of you are voting yes. 75% looks like saying yes. Here's some of your comments this morning. Anita, good morning. She says facial recognition might make it safer, but she wouldn't allow her kids to attend a school that uses it. All right, Anita. And Shaletta, good morning to you as well. She says that as a school is so big and needs facial recognition to keep kids safe, then maybe it's time to add another school and keep classrooms smaller. So a few of our Sunrisers are kind of against this. If you'd like to chime in, you can join the conversation right now by heading over to our KARE 11 Facebook and Twitter pages.
You know, the more I think about this, bottom line, it's so sad that we're even talking about this, that school shootings have become so common that we're thinking about taking these steps. But we have to do something to keep kids safe.
Yeah, and this might be a step in the right direction.